a lot of acting chops to bring a world that exists in your mind and on the page to life so the animators can animate to it. And so the answer is, like Tara said, take acting classes and you're on.
Very good, very good. Once again, if you have any questions, just throw up your hand, and I'll just keep you guys.
Or just throw up.
Yeah, aim in that direction. Oh, right over here.
Richard, are you a pretty great princess?
Yes, I am.
All right, I had kind of
I want to hear Major Simpson somewhere over the
well, not that question, but another one. Now, I've been to a lot of panels with a lot of voice actors, and I've been a part of sitting in the audience. And a lot of questions, one of the questions I hear get asked a lot is, I want to be a voice actor. Do I have to be an actor to be a voice actor?
But I think that it's kind of in the same realm as what we're saying. Tara and I will both agree and say that it never starts with the voice. A lot of people say, oh, I can do like 100 different voices. So that must make me a voice actor. But it is a voice actor, and I guarantee you that 10 out of 10 of the jobs are booked not because you do a funny voice, but because you really can act really well, and then the voice comes next. So true, Richard. Also, some people come over to me and say, hey, forget no. Because, you know, if you can only do one silly voice, it doesn't mean that you're going to have a career in acting. And most of us are very versatile because when we get into a studio, they actually only need to pay one actor about just 3 different characters, so it makes sense for them to hire one of us that can give them a few different characters so each time 3 to 6 different actors. And Richard's got a couple voices. But yeah, acting first. And it's also a completely different medium. We get a lot of major celebrities that come into our career that are totally freaked out when they see what we do, and sometimes we can't even do it. There are some that can, but it's a completely different art form.
Okay, I guess I'll keep asking questions until I get some more. Now, what was, for each of you, what was your most favorite role you've done, and which was your least favorite role you've done? And there's plenty of things to choose from.
I like Richard's drawing that time. Do it.
Ooh.
Do it. Would you like to hear Ben?
Yes. Ben!
Come on, Ben. Come on. Come on, Ben. You're a dweeb. What was your name? Okay. What's your guys' favorite character?
I heard someone say Steve.
Do you know you like him?
Yeah, we're doing it tomorrow. We just got to I love doing Powerpuff Girls. It's so much fun, and we're really silly. There's a lot of stuff, like after we spoke on an outtake that the engineer can make a lot of money on because we're very silly. And I love to draw together because usually I do kids' voices. It's really fun. I love doing sequels to Mermaid. I got to getting up the first Mermaid. And two Titans, kind of bodies.
All right. Here's more advanced one. Okay. What is the most craziest experience you've had with a fan at a convention or at any type of public relations events, or what is the thing that just made you shake your head and say, I can't believe that happened? Uh-oh.
You guys in the black cotton? Black cotton? Okay, strictly Transformers fan. And they're really large and attractive fellow with no teeth. And he kept following me around. And then at one point he said, I'm going to kiss me if you were married. And I was like, wow, thanks. That's my favorite.
I think that falls under the realm of creepy.
That was actually me.
Well, it's good that you got your teeth fixed.
I got it in your mouth. I'm just kidding. We had an experience here in Florida last year. My friend Trace Wrangler, hi Trace Wrangler.
Hi, Trace.
We we had this one guy that just kept coming up to the table and telling me everything that I had ever done. And he's like, you were born in 1966. You've got 2 kids. One is 11. By the way, 3. But anyway, he was telling me all these things, like really weird, and like, okay, and just kept coming up, and he said, you didn't think anyone knew that you did such and such show, but I know. And Trace kept going, this is getting really strange. And then, the best part of the whole thing is that night we had dinner, with the guests, and he was sitting right at the table next to me all night long.
Oh, no.
And Trace kept trying, but then I started telling these kind of off-humor blue jokes. And it turns out that he was like really a religious fanatic, and I really turned him off. And I'm the only one ever chased away my own stalker. Darn.
All right, we got a question here from Mr. Joyce Nagman.
Oh, shit. I know this guy.
Yeah, hey Richard, how you doing?
Good, good.
Now, you were in summer school.
That's where I'm like looking at you and I'm like,
Yes, sir. Summer school.
Now, I'm assuming that like me and the stalker guy, 2 people who were never that old.
Yeah.
What was it like to work with some of our content?
You know, it's so funny you mentioned it. I just saw Mark 2 weeks ago. And the first time I've seen him in probably 20 years. He called me up and he said, this is going to sound like a really strange request, but those pictures, those cast photos that Carl Reiner gave us at the end of the shooting, I'm having it framed down at the frame shop, and I noticed that everybody signed in black, but for some reason you signed in red and it's kind of faded. Would you re-sign my photo? And so I went down and met him and we signed each other's photos, like our yearbooks, and still one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. Giving, kind, generous, just a really great guy. That whole group was great. Carl Reiner, Mark Harmon, the other kids, really. Did that answer your question?
yes, it does.
Did you know that was when you were filming that?
The Italian girl.
I don't dare ask about Jim and Jib relationship.
As anyone will say, I'm all about the way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, once again, for those of you just joining us, we're doing a question and answer panel here with Richard and Tara. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot your hand up. I'll go over and address the question. If not, I continue to ask more questions of them. Now, I just asked a question about. Now, I just asked a question about what was the funniest experience you've ever had. What's the funniest experience you've ever seen someone else at a convention? Like you were sitting next to X-voice actor or X-actor and you just said, wow, I'm glad that wasn't me with that person. Is something similar to that, or? I'm assuming that as many conventions and events like this as you've gone to, you had to have seen some crazy things like guys running around dressed in tiny whiteys with like, singing Japanese songs or...
You went out the door and see that all the time, but... I think the most uncomfortable position to see one of your constituents is when someone comes up and asks them like a question about a show that they've done, about a specific episode, a specific character, and a lot of times we can't remember, we don't remember them, and they get really upset if you don't remember certain things. Like this morning someone asked me that character, what was the name of the character you did on Billy Bates? I could not remember, and I felt like I really liked that personality. So I know that happened to me about you at Comic-Con last year. I was doing a Ben 10 panel, and they asked me who my favorite alien was, and I said I love the way Richard Harmon does the flag. Whenever